You all right?
Is it Wednesday?
It is.
Must be
One of the
Wednesday.
best 2 days of the week.
What's the other one?
And why is it one of the best? What's the other
Wednesday?
day?
Sunday.
What happens on Sunday? What happens on Sunday?
The other good drone
Yeah, the
show.
roast dinner.
Not in this house. When your wife goes and has a family day, you don't get a roast dinner. So I have to go. I have to go and spend flying with you 2 chaps and have a nice breakfast at where did we go? McDonald's.
Oh my god!
McDonald's.
Really?
McDonald's. So
Jackie,
nice as well.
when you've been up from 3 o'clock in the morning, anything's edible.
Yeah. Tony, before we go on, excellent sort of, I don't know, what do you call that? Start scene, countdown. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. I just need some new photographs.
I was jigging away to the music in the background. Yeah. It's awesome.
Are you standing or are you sitting, Liam?
I'm standing. I'm at my standing desk today.
Oh, so you're going to be boogieing before the night's out.
Jig around a little bit, move around. Get excited about the drone videos.
You've been kicked out of the kitchen.
I have, yeah.
Not as bad as Tony though. He's in the garage. Look.
Yeah.
He is in the garage, I mean.
Or is
I'm
it
just on the
cell?
beat. I love the beat.
Caroline last week said I was in
It's
the
hot
prison.
here.
That's right. You're in the cell. Yeah.
I just want to know why you painted your wall green. I mean, you did such a good job
It's
painting it
not
yellow.
green. It's yellow.
Green. It's green.
So why are you upside down, Tony?
Don't you start that. I am not. Anyway, who's in the chat?
Who's in the
Starship
chat?
won a prize.
Yay!
Patrick Morris, I in the
That's
chat,
Johnny Mac.
Jones 4K, Steve, DJ Mavic, drone pilots in there as well, Paul, Johnny Mac's in there. Mickey Moo's in there. Where you been, Mickey Moo? Have you been on holidays? He's had some new videos on as well. Shall we kick off? Because I think there's somebody waiting to come in. It must be that time of the night.
Oh,
Who is it?
Holiday
Is that
everyone.
Really?
just before we do, can we please ask everyone to-
Hang on, Dave. Hold your fire. What do you say, Ian? Liam?
Oh, wow.
can we just ask everyone to hit the like button, please, as soon as you can. It really helps the algorithm push this video out there,
And it
that just
keeps
helps.
Liam
everyone.
happy because he's obsessed.
Keeps me happy. And now I hand
He's
over to
obsessed.
Dave to do Dave's Hot Seat again.
Are we going to do that again?
Yes.
Is it that
Yes.
sort of week again? It's Dave's Hot Seat. And this week we got Paul. No, Gary.
I'm going to start calling you Tony.
So where is he? Is he going to bring him in?
No, we put the video on first.
Okay, go on in.
This is it right here.
Over here? Oh yeah.
Dude.
Wow. I want to find that thing.
Wait a minute.
You wanna
This
find
isn't
it?
Ken. This isn't Ken Heron live.
But you'll stay anyway, yeah?
Dave.
Hey, thanks.
Dave.
Yes.
That's Gary.
I know. Hello, Gary. How you doing? It's Gary.
Good.
Paul.
Yes, I've been called worse though,
Have you? What, you not been called Paul before?
by a lot better people. I'll tell you that.
Oh, what better people?
That was unbelievable video.
It
It was
cold.
awesome.
Thank you, thank you. It wasn't the video when Tony and I first started chatting that I was going to show, and then and congratulations on episode 11, by the way. This is awesome. But it wasn't the very first video I was going to show. But then when I tuned into the first episode, I was like, "Oh crap! I have to step my game up." And and no word of a lie. And so I did, and that's the result. So I owe it to you guys. That wasn't a video for Spaero channel. I've got another channel called @Mudbrats. If you want to follow it for power sports adventures.
Oh, you have to send me the link in the chat later on, and I can put that on. Before we go, I'll put all the links to all the videos when we finish tonight. I don't want people to know who video of the week is, who the channel of the week is, and who's in Jackie's FPV zone. Sorry, but that video was awesome. I was sitting watching that, and I was thinking, I'd love to get a hyperlapse from start when the sun comes up, coming around the other side to when the sun goes down. That'd be awesome.
I tell you, we lucked out that day. That's about a 200 kilometer, which would be, 160 mile snowmobile ride to get there. And we planned to go we planned to go the day before. I got permission from the park because in Canada, you can't fly a national park. This is a regional park, so you can fly it with permission. So I got written permission. If you don't have permission, it's a $25,000 fine.
Wow.
So there's people, there's clips that you see on the news, and they credit the pilot, and it's in parts. And I'm going like, if Transport Canada gets wind of this, man, you're getting a big slap, because they take it really seriously too. So I had planned to go, and the first day we didn't get there, we didn't make it there. And the second day we got there, and there was 4 people in our group, and we had a really slow day to get where we were. And it started out, we ended up at the bottom of this mountain, and my friend Corey just said, like, my other 2 friends said, you guys go ahead and we'll just meet you up there. And Corey and I just booked it, and we nailed it hard. And I can't tell you, like, it was snowing like crazy at the bottom, and we got up to the top, and I seen the sun. We were in the golden hour. We had probably 15 minutes before that thing dropped, and I was shaking when I got that drone up. It was a Mini 2 that I flew on that. So no ND filters, Mini 2 auto mode. I just popped it up, and away I went. And when I got back to the room, I was just blown away by the footage. It was like, and I lost the footage. So yeah, I lost the whole. I put it on a hard drive, and something happened. Something's going on with my external hard drive. I lost the whole ride. Like, that whole ride is about a 30-minute edit. So it shows us snowmobiling and all of our antics, and we laugh and we joke around the whole day, and you'll see some neat scenery on the trails. But I lost that whole ride, and I didn't think I'd ever get it back. And I made a pact. I just said, I give up any video of the year, like my whole season, just to get that one ride back. And I ended up coming across a piece of software called I can't even remember the name of it. It's Disc Drill. And I ran Disc Drill on all my drives. Like, I ran it on 6 or 7 drives, found the footage.
Wow.
And so that was like lost footage files, and and I shouldn't have made that pack, because I've lost about 3 more weekends since then with Epic. So, yeah.
Gary, are you going to stay with us the rest of the evening? Because we've got loads of questions for you. I just need to do a few things on this chat at the minute. Mark R. White, in fact, he's saying that there's 2 channels going. It says Tony, are you on 2 channels with this name? Because Alan, Paul, and a couple others were in a different live chat. Basically,
It's on all 5, isn't it?
it's on 5 channels. We've got 5 channels going live. So we have. So the reason we put it on 5 is so that more people get to see it. You'll get more subscribers. But the main thing is I think most people are in this chat at the minute. I think there's normally a good few in Jackie's chat as well. And another reason, a lot of people say, well, we can't see so-and-so's chat, and we can't, and I'm not doing an impression of, just like that, not like that.
Just
But
like
the reason people can't see everybody's chat is because you need to sub to everybody. You need to subscribe, because if you're not sub to somebody and you're not subscribed, you won't see their chat in our channels. So that's the reason. We got 5 channels. You need to go and sub to everybody. Sub to all the people who are on here. But
this one, that
Yeah.
one, that one.
We've had a 35% increase as
And
well
that
in
one.
terms of viewing numbers since we've done the 5 channels. So we know we've had some technical issues with that, but we do know that it's pushing this video out there, and all the videos we show out there are getting better exposure, which is great.
But again, the reason we did it on the 5 channels is because then if everybody comes together, it makes the community bigger. You get more subs, you get more people watching your videos, and that's the idea of the show. And I'm sorry for rabbiting on, but we kick over to Liam.
Oh, thanks, Tony. So this one is Eye in the Sky drone in Scotland. I mean, the footage here is brilliant. Gary, I was going to ask you, but you answered the question anyway. Did you have a filter on? Because that footage you showed was absolutely brilliant. And this footage we're about to show as well is really, really cool. Is Eye in the Sky in the chat? Yes, they are. So it'd be really interesting to know, did you use a filter on this footage? And I think you've pulled quite a few clips together in this. So maybe different drones, different cameras at the same time. But again, I think it's helpful for other creators to know if you use a filter, because I think this footage is absolutely spectacular. Let's have a look.
some amazing places, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
video.
very cool.
Yeah.
Just before
It's
we go
all
any
in one
further,
area.
you need to go and sub, like, share, go and check out the rest of that video on 4K on his channel. It's amazing. There's more to that video, but you need to go and see the rest of it. It's
Brilliant.
perfect from
We
start to
just showed
finish.
you a little teaser, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
I think
it's-
a question I asked was about the filters just before we played it, and in the chat it's an ND32 filter, which is quite a dark one, but it works out really well on that video. Really, really nice. So
Yes,
Yeah, I
right.
think he was using it for mood, like to really create
Yeah.
that dark shadow in the
Atmosphere, yeah.
shadows. Yeah, he did a really good job. You asked me about filters too, and I was using ND filters, and I lost my ND16, I think it was, which was one of my go-to ones usually, but my Mini 2 hit a hydro line and it fell off. When I was doing the Corvette video on my channel, I actually show the clip, and it dropped and I couldn't find it. But that's not the reason why I wasn't using it. I just started not using them and just doing the color grading more in Final Cut.
Do you,
Yeah.
I know a lot of this stuff. Do you go out all the time in the snow, or do you have other time when there's no snow up there?
Yeah, that's a typical stereotypical thing with Canada. Everyone thinks we live in igloos and it's always snowing, but where I am, it's very, very hot summer and dry, and we do a lot of boating and motorcycling and dirt biking and things like that. And then when winter rolls around, which is usually the end of December, anywhere from end of November to March, we get on the snowmobiles and we just let her rip. There's nothing in the world that is like a snowmobile. It's the most exciting thing you can ever do with your clothes
Looks
on.
like fun. Makes winter worthwhile.
Yeah.
JB in the chat earlier on said it looks cold.
Yeah, it's very cold, and that's the problem with droning in those environments is you really want to shorten your flight. So I
Your
try and
fingers.
limit. Yeah, well, your finger. I use my fingers as the gauge. If my fingers are freezing to the point where it's starting to hurt, I'll land. And I like 5 to 7 minute flight max, because you never know. A battery can go from 100% to 0 in a minute. You know what I mean? Like, so, and when you're up in 2,000 feet and you're out, 600 yards or whatever, it's going to land, and it's going to land in trees, and you're not going to find it. I lost my Mini 2, rest in peace. Yeah, and you know what? My Mini 2 I like better than my Mini 3 Pro. I really think that the Mini 2 is a better flyer. It's more stable when it's hovering, and I like the fact that it had no sensors on it, so you could put it in the smallest areas. I mean, you'll see. I don't have a lot of videos on my channel, but you'll see the screaming heads, which is very similar to Eye in the Skies video as far as like megalith structures and things like that. And I fly it right through the mouths of these screaming heads. And the Mini 3 Pro, I think, would have not know what to do with all the sensors on it. So I don't know.
You're going to like this next one, so it is, because I think this is brilliant. Sorry, Tony. You be quiet, Tony, and let Jackie do it.
Oh, this is
Jackie's turn.
Jaune MacReady's film about the deer. Well, there's other things in it as well, but he was out with his AVATA and getting some good footage around the hay bales and that, and then he come across, well, I've already spoiled it, a deer, but anyway, play the film.
No, it was Bambi's mum.
Another glorious summer's day. Anyway, I'll have a little fly about with the AVATA, see how that goes. Looks tempting. we spotted a deer, which is way over there, just behind those trees. So that was fun. Hopefully got some good footage. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like, leave a comment as well. If you haven't, subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. And don't forget to share with your friends. Okay, catch us later. That was good, wasn't it?
Mrs. MacReady looked very impressed there at the end, didn't she?
Put her on the spot.
I love it.
You know
when
how
he
many?
does that.
You know how many times I've driven by a field full of round hay bales and wanted to drone it? I'm so glad he did it with an FPV. That is awesome.
He did it with Avata. Brilliant, eh? And that
nice
deer,
work.
just out in the middle of that field, just standing there, wasn't bothered.
Yeah, because I just put it.
What to do with the drone, was it?
I did,
No.
It was like a Mexican standoff. Who was going to move first, the
Yeah.
drone or Bambi's mum? It didn't care. It was just sitting there looking up as if to say, "Go away and leave me alone."
Yeah. What's that giant wasp?
But I really like when Jaune MacReady does his videos because he do a little introduction to them, and
He does.
and he does a bit at the end, and I think
Yeah,
that's brilliant
sweet.
because you get to know people. He hasn't answered my comment because on his video I said, "Please take part in Dave's hot seat," and he's not answered me since.
Come on, Jaune MacReady. Get on
We'll
my
learn
Great.
on him, shall we?
He'd be great on here, but you got to get his wife on as well. You got to get his wife to sit there as well.
Yeah, but don't bring Bambi. Leave Bambi where Bambi is in the field.
Yeah. Backpack Jackie, I got a question for you about FPV, and you're doing some awesome work there, by the way.
Thank you.
Do they have GPS? Do they hover, or do you
Yes.
have to always keep them going?
The Avata does, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but will it still go like, and then you can come down and you know, you can, whatever they call. See,
Yeah.
I was gonna get
We're going ballistic, man.
I was getting an FPV drone, and then I lost my Mini 2, and I had to buy the Mini 3 Pro.
Oh,
Now I got to wait another year before I can, I'm saving my pennies
Yeah.
for an FPV.
Garrett, you mean to say with all them drones you haven't got an Avata?
wow.
No, I don't.
You've
I
got to
don't-
make it your next drone.
Yeah.
It is just so much fun.
I'm
You
going
can say
to.
the same about you then, Tony. All those drones behind you. Have you got an Avata?
He hasn't got any drones. He's just got empty boxes.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's got
They're just toys. They're just toys.
Oh, and that one, yeah.
There's 3 there. Sorry,
I love that.
there's 2.5.
Yeah, what's that?
What is that?
That is
It's not
my
really a
first.
drone, is it?
That's my
Hello.
first drone.
So Gary, we've seen Tony's 3 drones. Would you be willing to give us an insight into some of your drones?
Sure, for sure. Can you make me full screen?
Yeah.
And I'll put my indoor drone up here. What am I doing on the screen still? Hold on.
You told me to
second.
put you
Let
full
me see if
screen.
There we go. Yeah, well, no, I didn't want to be on there. So here's my indoor drone. So,
wow.
was that your first drone you showed me there? This is my first drone. My wife got it for me, and on
Nice.
Christmas morning, I opened it
Sweet.
up. I charged the battery, and I immediately went out on my porch and flew it up and landed it in the tree across the road. So I had to get a great big pool cleaner to get it out. But also on the counter there's a Phantom 4 version 2. So that's one of my work drones. And then the big bad boy here is the M300 RTK.
Oh,
and
amazing.
you'll see it's
Massive.
got so we do a lot of surveys at work, and we do search and rescue and fire services, so emergency services. So we have the Spotlight, the GL60, H20T thermal, and we just picked up an L1 LiDAR camera. So we're getting into that. And then we've got a parachute on the top. So, and that's what that yellow with the big button is. That's an emergency eject for the parachute. So that legally allows us in Canada to fly over people. So if we wanted to do search and rescue or event management, crowd control, that type of thing, we can do it. So, and we just got that controller there, the new DJI controller there. I don't even know the name of it, but it's pretty awesome. And then you can see the Mini 3 Pro here, and then you can see my margarita machine.
What's that like flying?
The margaritas are great. The margaritas are amazing.
It's probably really good after them.
Johnny Mac 26 has said drone porn.
Yeah,
I do.
Exactly.
And Wedgenbigg
I'm telling you that.
Tell me that you drone is on steroids.
Yeah, when we show up and I've been to scenes where there'll be other people there and they're already flying or whatever, and we show up for emergency services and it's like, that's not a drone. Here, I'm going to show you a drone. I don't know whether you guys remember the show Airwolf. Did you have it over?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's Airwolf Hunter Seeker class.
Wow,
so that's what we call that. Yeah.
I've got the theme tune going in my head right now.
Yeah,
Talking about theme tunes. I'm really sorry, Jackie, but I haven't got any theme tunes for your FPV zone.
Oh,
I have actually, but yeah. So over to you.
that's number 4 next, isn't it?
Yes,
Or
me.
this one? Yes,
It's me,
Dave
isn't it?
next.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Dave.
It's Wedgenbigg who's in the
just
chat.
wanted
I'll
to
see
see
him
if
in
he
the
was
chat.
awake.
Oh,
Eh?
it's Paul, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, talking about the chat, I do apologise to everybody because I'm not actually in the chat because I can't get in it. So I do say hello to everybody.
We barred him.
I just can't type nothing down. Right, so this is Nasketucket Bay. Join me on as I take you on a journey through Nasketucket Bay in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, combined with the Mavic 3 Classic and the FPV. Sorry.
I'm
So
so
play it
glad
again
I
then.
don't have to pronounce anything anymore. Shall I hit the button?
I'll put my teeth in next time.
This is brilliant, so it is. Check this out.
absolutely amazing.
I love his videos.
And not even just the video, but the intro and the exit outro, really good as well. You know, it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, brilliant. Hello, Ian.
Ian's
Hello.
brilliant.
Good
Hello.
evening.
Who
How
let
are you all
you?
doing?
Good.
Who let you
Ian
in?
in the corner there.
How did he
Tim.
get in here?
No.
Before we go any further, on Sunday nights you've got Drone Seekers International at 8 o'clock, but you also have Paul at, if you can stay up to 1 o'clock in the morning UK time. But he has a brilliant channel. If you don't see it live at 1 o'clock, go and check it out the next day. But he was on Dave's Hot Seat a couple of weeks ago. But his channel is brilliant. Go and check him out. And he's got a brilliant. He's got an awesome Facebook page as well. You can go on there. There's loads of people giving information and help out as well. But another really nice man, just like this. Nice man.
He's very good. Yeah.
Oh, he's brilliant. So he is, and he's very helpful.
So he
Sorry,
is.
I stole your thunder. Tim, Gary, how long have you been flying in total?
I didn't get a drone until COVID started. It was kind of a thing to get me through. Yeah. So it's been since 2019, I think, that I had that toy first, maybe the year before. I always wanted a drone bad, but it was just an affordability thing more than anything else. And then the drone ended up changing my life because my business kind of took a dive because it's based on trade shows. In Canada, they locked us all down, and it was more than a year, and I ended up getting a job flying drones for work, and I wouldn't have probably got that job had I not been editing and flying and that kind of thing. So it's crazy how a little, I don't know what my wife would have paid for that drone, maybe $60 Canadian at Costco. Kicked off a career, and
it changed your life.
it really did. And it changes everybody. I mean, if you're watching this, just thinking about getting a drone, go out and get one, Mini 2 or anything, just to start. And it's, and you'll get the bug. And I've been noticing in the chat, I posted a question there because that music was dynamite. There was an F shot in there, so you've lost your monetization on this.
I don't do it for the money. I do it for the love.
But 100% music makes a video, and I was asking people how do you edit first and then pick the music? That's what I tend to do most off. And he said, he does music first and then edits to it. Very interesting because I find that that I'm working backwards on that one. So
who does that? How many people on here does the music first?
Me.
2.
Always music first.
Music first.
No. Anyway,
how are you going to make it go to the beat otherwise?
Anyway,
I think what Paul does is he thinks about the music, then he thinks about the location and what he wants to shoot. I think that's the big difference.
Talking about the F bomb, Mickey Moo said he never knew that Ian swore until he watched Tony's last video.
Oh, he never stopped swearing.
Ian, you need to go and watch him out that
seagull attacking his drone. I mean, who on here swears?
Jackie, guess what? The birds were nowhere near him. All he has to do here is tweety, and he starts effing and jeffing, and he's gone.
No, it's one particular type of bird. It's an oyster catcher, right? I had a bad experience. So.
Dave gets like that when he sees polls.
I didn't hear what you said.
I got another question. Gary, I've got another question. So we've seen Jaune MacReady with the deer. Have you had any experiences with the mooses?
Actually, on the snowmobile, I did have an experience with the moose. I haven't droned it, but I've seen moose twice close up and personal when I've been out and about. They're not friendly animals. They're not like bullwinkle. You shouldn't go near them. We actually it was way down the middle. There's 2 of them way down the middle of the trail last year. And that's one of the weekends that I lost footage for, but I'm going to make another pack so I can get that footage back as well. But
so can you just imagine all them F's and Jeffs out of Ian when he sees an oyster catcher? Can you imagine what he'd be like with a moose? There's a moose loose.
Deer are like deer around here are like kangaroos in Australia or mice, I guess. Everywhere. they're overrun, and I mean you can hear it. You can find deer. I actually was driving home one night from work, and 2 deer jumped across the road, and I tried to swerve between them, and the one ran right in the side of my truck. And I mean, it's pretty crazy. But Caroline's with us. She says that she edits the video, gets a good feel and flow, and then she goes hunting for music. So Carolyn Tyler RC in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I film first, then I get music that I feel fits it. But then when I start editing, music first, then fit the clips.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
Yeah. I always get my clip. I drop the whole clips, like how many video clips there are, and I chop out all the corrections. You know, like that drives me crazy when I see all the turns and stuff. So I cut out all the corrections, and then I try and create the story like in order. Then I'll go hunting for music, and I was saying Epidemic Sound has an AI generator now, so you can upload the video with no audio at all to it, and it'll actually give you a list of soundtracks that actually work with it, and it's pretty darn good.
Well, this is going to be good. So, Jackie, it's over to you, and I dread to think how much editing these people have to do with the FPVs.
The first one, right, is by Slim Jim FPV. This is at Chillenden Windmill in Kent. Now, I'm from Kent. I lived in Ashford. Jim's been flying 7 years, and well, you can see that in his flying. Take a look at the video; it's really good.
Say it's true, pink and blue, I can share your situation. Behold it, our emotions bare will only make us cry. If you go, I know, but you know it ain't so serious anyway. Where the cloud arrives, we'll live on Ocean Drive. Don't know why you're so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do, and the sky is so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. He left you black and blue without a word of explanation. Any day, well, you wonder why you see in him anyway. When that day arrives, we'll live on Ocean Drive. Don't know why you're so sun's gonna shine on everything you do, and the sky is so blue. Sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Don't know why you're so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do, and the sky is so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Don't know why you're so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do.
FPV landing that, wasn't it?
Brilliant. That's how you land all your FPVs.
He
No,
does.
only
That's how he
zero
does it
FPVs.
all the time.
The GPS FPVs land a bit more sedately.
Do they?
Yeah.
Straight into a spine. Bang.
Yeah.
But Slim Jim's always ends like that, and I don't think it's cool because I know when I watch these videos how it's going to end, but where it's going to end, I'm thinking, well, I know what way it's going to end it, but whereabouts?
Yeah.
But straight in
Yeah.
front of the car. He's lucky he didn't go into the car.
No.
But, yeah,
That's
I
a nice
love
Alfa
watching
Romeo. That was a nice Alfa Romeo there.
Yeah. Nice yellow one.
Nice colour too.
Yeah, we don't
Drone
get
show
many of those
yellow.
around here.
That's it. That's a Tony yellow. Tony's obsessed with yellow, aren't you?
Tony's gone green this week. What are you talking about, Dave?
Yeah, Tony's upside down.
Anyway, before we go any further, we got a few people in the chat and a few people watching it. Please smash the like button for us, because and go and check everybody else. I'll put the links on later on when the show finishes, because people say, "Where's the links? Where's the links?" We don't put them on until the end because we don't want to spoil your view, because then you'll know who's coming up and who's not, and who's video of the week, channel of the week. And sorry, Jackie, it's back over to you.
I've got a quick question for Jackie, if I may, just before she goes to the next one. Who are you going to be supporting on Sunday?
Oh, don't ask
That
me
was a difficult one.
That's
It was
below the belt.
Actually, you're in the best of both worlds, really, aren't you?
I'm going to support Spain.
No!
Tony, get rid of her. Kick her off.
Jackie, guess what?
No, I don't know. It's one of those ones I want both to win, because I watched them on the news today, and I really felt for the English girls. You know, they were saying, "Oh, it's too great."
Caroline's in the chat.
I want both to win.
Caroline wants to know what's happening on Sunday.
Well, it's the final of the Women's World Cup. So
Yeah. Spain,
versus
England
Spain.
final, Caroline.
Yeah.
And of course,
Is
England
Gary
haven't
getting
won
a bit?
since 1966. Wouldn't it be great if the
Correct.
women did it for us? So, I don't know. I'm totally torn now, to be honest.
Is it football or is it soccer in Spain?
No, it's football.
It's football.
It's
Yeah,
football,
and the
wherever you are.
Spanish love their football as well. So they're going to be really up for it, you know. So it's,
Just be happy,
La Liga.
Team Canada. Just be happy, Team Canada women let you guys win so you can get this spot, right? We're pretty good that way. They probably said sorry.
That's
There
good,
you
that's
go.
good of you. We'll take it. Okay, right. The next FPV. Now, this is really, really different to the previous FPV film, which just shows you how versatile they can be. This is called DriftGames, and if you think, oh, this is just going to be like an FPV whizzing around chasing cars, it is, but there's so much more to this editing. Watch the editing. It's so short and sweet, though.
Wow.
Isn't it? It's
Brilliant.
Gary, which car were
Holy,
you
that was
driving?
realistic.
What car were you driving, Gary? Which one?
That was amazing. You have to put your helmet on for that one.
Brilliant.
My favorite part was the intro on that one.
Yeah. Tony showing us that
Yeah,
so many
I wonder
times.
why.
No.
He never
That
stops.
has nothing to
He
do with me.
never stops it.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with me. Anyway, that was nothing to do with me. But
Top down, Tony.
hang on.
Top down, Tony. Yeah.
I'm surprised you even know that, Dave, seeing as you don't watch my videos.
Yeah, you watched that one, didn't you? Though.
You love a top down, don't you, Tony?
That might have been bottoms up Belinda that we seen there in that video.
When you hear this, you're never going to believe this. We just watched that video. That channel has only got 23 subscribers.
Holy, that guy's like
21 of them are yours.
So
that's why I wanted FPV to do exactly that. That's incredible.
You can't leave on without an FPV.
How can that only have 23 subscribers?
That's what I mean.
I mean, there's 44 people in the chat, so we can definitely double that this evening.
Yeah, come on.
So let's do
that
it.
channel a visit.
100%.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Anyway, where are we now? We're on to
So it's me.
Number 7.
So this one is by Adam Bods, Canary Islands. Beautiful footage. I think more and more people obviously are now taking their drones on holiday with them, and we've seen quite a few videos of the Canary Islands, but this one in particular is pretty cool. So let's hit the button.
Isn't it?
Brilliant.
I didn't think things like that scenery like that existed.
Well,
And then all the landscape as well.
yeah.
And all the landscape as well.
Yes, I know what you mean, but that's nothing to do with me.
What?
It doesn't look. That's all in one. You think that looks like it's all over the world, but it's in one country, so it is.
One little island.
One
Looks
little
really
island.
I will say this: that sound engineering was amazing. Like that's incredible. I love the little sound effects that he or she sprinkled in there.
Epidemic.
Yeah. Epidemic's amazing. Yeah.
Well, you say that. I keep getting copyrights though. I even though I use Epidemic sound on my videos, I get copyrights all the time.
You've got to subscribe to it, Dave. You've got to pay for it. You can't just use it for free.
Dave, you just always.
I think it's to do with your dodgy account, Dave. Fix, mate. Yeah.
That's because I've let you have a go at it.
Oh, is it now? All right, I ain't helping you no more. That's it. You're done.
I think I think a lot of people take that for granted, that they watch a drone video like that and they just assume that the sound is there. And it's not until you start making them yourselves you realize that all the work that's done. Like in my video, I added the wind sound, and then when it's coming back, you hear the eagle scream. You know, I always add things. Like I would have loved to when that person in that last shot was taking a picture, just heard a really faint, like almost like a like it would have been. It would have been cool. But I mean, I wouldn't change anything on that video. It was dynamite.
Just let the people know in the chat, we've only got 3 videos left, and the next one is only a minute long, and I am so looking forward to hear Dave pronounce this person's name.
Lewis Vallon is the name. It's not a problem. It's the rest of it. It's the north of La Gomera.
Do the top line.
What?
Do the top line.
No, I'm not going to do the top line.
Just play it.
Whoops. That was a video.
Took his time realising, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It's supposed to. Anyway,
it's interesting where it started again, Tony. I'm not saying anything, but you know where.
Yeah. Funny that, isn't it?
Mickey Moo Productions in the chat says my blood pressure. Not that I'm complaining.
I'm not winding it. So, I'm going to get back on track. Liam, number 9.
There's a bit
so
of
do we not have Dave's video then? Do we not have Louis' video?
Yeah.
I don't know what
We'll do that one again.
Oh.
No.
We'll have to add it to next week's show.
I think you played 2 in a row last one because there was such a hard cut. And that's the only thing I didn't like about the last video you showed is it was all beautiful in the beginning and then all of a sudden it went bang. And I think you showed 2 together. And that makes sense now because they were both dynamite videos, but they just didn't fit, you know.
He's good. He's speechless.
Press some
buttons. First time ever.
Tony, just press some buttons.
Let's use this moment and save it.
Number 9.
Right. Okay. So this is a new feature that we've added to this week's show, and it's going to continue going forward in our future shows. And first of all, we just really wanted to thank everyone for their support in sort of liking, sharing, and watching the video, whether it's live or if you're watching it now on repeat. You know, thank you so much. But also, we have a lot of regulars that join in every single week and get to listen to the 5 of us just talk utter nonsense and some amazing videos at the same time as well. So we want to use this feature to sort of really just recognise some of our regulars. And identify those creators where we just want to give a bit of a shout out to and say sort of well done. And this week, the creator's actually in the chat, which is great. So this week's Showcase Extra is showcase won a prize. Hooray!
Oh,
So I think the story is, Paul, and please, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you got your drone via a competition, and that's where your sort of journey started, and then it's just sort of exploded from there. So
all makes sense now, doesn't it?
yeah, 100%. Yeah. So you've got 111 subscribers, 44 videos. If you haven't subscribed to Starship One Applies, please go and do that today.
You can win a prize.
Yeah.
I love that name. Love that name.
Now it kind of makes sense why the channel's called that, So there we go.
It was just
Have we got a video to show, Tony?
Yep.
Let's hit it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, really good.
Something's
Really
missing there, though.
Nice work.
I'm going to put my 2 cents in. Paul is always in the chat. He's always commenting. He's always really friendly in here. And we really need to go and sub this channel because his stuff is brilliant. And to think that he got that drone by won a prize.
Yay.
But it's awesome.
Starship won a prize.
But we're going to do that every week now. We're going to pick somebody who is a regular and we're going to showcase them and their channel because we really need to get everybody to sub to all these people. They're brilliant, so they are.
How many subscribers does Paul have right now?
It was 111 the other day.
Wow, like he's a really good pilot and his edits are really flawless.
Oh, he's brilliant. A really nice chap. But you need to go and sub, like, share, comment. Definitely comment.
Please do.
I know some people joined late. We'll put all the links on later on. As soon as the show finishes, I'll add all the links. You're very quiet, Ian.
I'm not. My PC screen's just locked right when it's time for me to. Oh, yeah.
Got some news.
Got any news?
News? No news tonight. I thought I'm doing video of the week.
He's doing video of the week.
I'm doing video of the week.
Video of the week.
Even better.
So this was really difficult to choose. I had to watch all the videos shown tonight over and over again just to pick it. It was so difficult. I really feel what Liam's gone through the previous weeks trying to pick one. It's so difficult because everything's of such a high quality. But the one I went for was JP Visuals. This is Madeira. It's like a short cinematic travel video filmed on a Sony A7 and with a DJI Mini 3 Pro. It's absolutely incredible. This guy has also only got 34 subscribers, and I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. So some of the shots you're going to see are just absolutely amazing. I really felt like I was watching a full-on professional production. So yeah, just I had to pick this one. Really.
Shall I hit the button?
Please do.
Perfect.
That shot above the clouds, that just blew me away. That did. That was it. That
Very
Right,
nice.
in the intro, didn't it?
unbelievable. Yeah, just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I think I got carried away with the volume earlier on.
Yeah, just a bit.
I seen my neighbors running for shelter.
Mickey Moose.
Do you know where that was shot? Do you guys know where that was shot?
Madeira.
Madeira, yeah.
Madeira. Like, are you allowed over there to just fly anywhere, or is there restrictions on where you can fly?
Don't know, actually.
Don't know.
We know that Jackie can't fly at night time.
Yeah, I can't fly at night time in Spain.
Is
Not
that
allowed.
right?
Yeah, no,
You
not allowed.
can't fly during the day.
And we know that Dave can't fly if there's any poles around.
There's poles everywhere.
Yeah.
That video was unbelievable.
Yeah, great choice, Ian. Well done.
Yeah. So
Madeira's lovely. I went there for a holiday once. It's so sheer and steep and rocky and amazing. Beautiful place.
With that video, what we're going to try and do now. What we're going to try and do is every week somebody else will pick the video of the week. It just gives everybody a chance, and everybody, apart from me, I will keep my mouth shut and let everybody else do all the hard work.
Everyone go and subscribe to JP Visuals channel, like 34 subscribers, and we can double that tonight, easy.
Yeah, double it more.
Subscribe to everyone. There's like 38 in there now. Just everyone subscribe to everybody else.
Yeah.
And if you're not too busy, you can hit the thumbs up for us, please.
Please.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That'd be nice.
Gary, have you enjoyed this evening?
I had my monitor off. Sorry, I missed the whole show.
just fast forward like 40 odd minutes. That's the best bits.
My buddy Corey, that was in the star of my video that I was riding with in the mountains there at the start, he's in the chat. He says, "Hey Gary."
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. No, I love that last video, and it said shot with a Mini 3 and an Avata. When he flies along that sheer wall, that's pretty cool. And I think it was Starship said, take risks and you get rewarded.
Yeah,
that's
well,
kind
it's
of my
certainly
theory,
got the rewards,
right? Yeah, that's kind of my theory.
Some of the risks are quite expensive, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be,
okay.
right? So
Avata's bounce, so you're all right with that drone.
Yeah,
not over water.
Not in water. Yeah. Don't go near water.
Yeah,
definitely.
Corey was with me when I lost my Mini 2, and he'll know that risks have rewards have risks. Because he's seen it flying in, and they see me go down a 900-meter mountain to go find it in the wrong direction.
900 meters, wow.
Yeah, or something like that. 600 meters down, straight down through trees and waist deep snow.
Wow.
And then I realized that the GPS was off or wrong, so I ended up going the total wrong direction. I didn't know until we got back when the GPS started to pick up exactly where it is. So yeah,
crazy.
That's another show gone under the table.
Wow, it goes so quick.
10 minutes longer.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't feel like it.
Overtime.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
Overtime.
Corey's saying, "Don't remind me about that day, Gary."
Yeah, that's right. I think I almost had a heart attack when I climbed back up, and I was panting. It's not for the faint of heart, but my goal is to go back. We almost went on the weekend to go. I've got the exact GPS coordinate of where it is, and
you've got to go
I've
find
almost
it.
gone back. I know I won't, but I'm so stupid. I'm going to go try.
Yeah,
I want the SD card out of it more than anything else. You don't think I'll find it?
I wanted to see Dave going to find his after he hit that pole because it went in the water.
If you do go and find it, Gary, let us know. Let us know who you do find it.
Oh, there'll be a video on it if I find it. DJI was it didn't have the warranty on it. They would have replaced it had I had warranty on it, and they offered me like 15% off a new one, but by the time you do the US exchange and everything, it wasn't worth it. So I just bought I bought that 3 Pro used. And, I should have just went with another Mini 2, to be honest, but yeah.
Well, Gary, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you with us. I've just got one last question for you, and then we'll let you go. But if you were to give advice to anyone to come onto Dave's hot seat, what would it be? Or to encourage
do it. Do it. It's really fun. Like it's a riot, and it's not. I mean, the exposure you're getting, and I met some new friends in here tonight, and I found some new channels to follow. I think what you're doing as far as the live stream goes is amazing. Like it's one of the best ones out there, and you've got 11 shows under your belt, and just keep going, and you guys keep doing what you do. I do it every week. I did it for 6 months in the wintertime. Every Monday night on snowmobile sessions is what it is. Follow me on @Mudbrats as well if you like power sports. And I know the work that goes into these. I know the work that goes into these things. And when you're just starting out, you have no viewers and you have very few in the chat. But it gets better. Believe me, it gets a lot better.
So putting in the work, putting in lots of work.
Yeah, but
and it's funny.
I can't do it without you lot.
I was going to call my channel similar to yours. Canadian drones suck, but you already took the name there, so I couldn't use it. So
anyway, I'd like to thank Jackie, Ian, Liam, Oh, and Dave.
Oh,
Gary, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. If you send me the links later on in the chat that we have, I'll post all your links. Don't matter what it is. But I really appreciate you coming on. I know it's
thanks, Gary.
I know it's only
appreciate
afternoon
you.
over there, but
Yeah,
you've
well,
been
I-
really,
you know
really
what,
good.
I don't get a lot of time to work on the drone channel because my other channel is my focus, but it's something that if you do subscribe to Spaero Dynamic, you won't be inundated with video alerts every week.
it's a good way of plugging it.
When I do put one out, it'll be really good. It'll be really good. I actually have one coming up, and I don't know how long it'll take me to edit, but it's the sewage sucker sucking out my septic at the cottage. So that's going to be a really good edit. Yeah, seriously. So it's going to be a really enjoyable edit. So yeah, thank you guys for having me. And I love drones. I love drones. I love talking drones. And even though my channel's small and I'm building it, I thank you guys for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, everyone. Well,
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for everybody being in the
Bye,
chat.
everyone.
Thanks
See you next
for being in
week.
the chat.
Cheers.
See you
Bye.
Sunday.
Bye. See you next Wednesday.